Quick mic check. Y'all can hear me, right? So it's not just like a Discord audio issue.
Yeah, I can hear.
Sweet. Draga, if you're there, maybe call a quick audible, throw something on. Maybe like a Mandy Dextrous or something like that.
not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. 'Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. 'Cause I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me how to dance. A foxtrot above my head, a sock hop beneath my bed. A disco ball is just hanging by a thread. I'd like to make myself It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because my dreams are bursting at the seams.
We gather round on a Thursday night in the Metaverse, feeling hype. Matthew and Rizzle, they're on the mic. Welcome to the WIP, hold on tight. Lightning strikes, the energy's high. WIP fam in the virtual sky. New speakers, new stories, don't be shy. Crypto knowledge, we're in the know. Oh my! WIP fam, we break virtual walls. Hear the thunder as the lightning twirls. Paradox behind the lens, making moves. Resonate on the audio, no time to lose. Show's got the afties, let the good times cruise. Show's got the afties, let the good times cruise.
Let's go. Quick mic check once more. Y'all can still hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
There we go. What up, y'all? It's Matthew, aka Nifty Time. And we are back for Cyberbrokers Takeover of the WIP. Got Josie, what up? It's so sick to see you back in the crowd. Throwbacks to like 2020. Back, way back, when you're like one of our first speakers to try to talk using the mic. My God, though, have we come a far way. We have an absolutely epic show lined up for everyone today. Shout out Carl behind the scenes, who's just been doing the Lord's work for a few weeks, getting things set up in HyperFi and Nifty Island. We have a ton to give away.
Plug.
I don't know why that happened, but we have a ton to give away. We got a Genesis mech that's up for grabs. Towards that end, there are a few steps that folks need to follow. That'll be reiterated throughout the show, but one of those steps, go to paradigmfound.com, just sign up, log in, get that set up situated, and most importantly, remember which ETH address you associate with your account. That's going to be important. And also make sure you sign the guest book using that same ETH address. Again, use the same ETH address to be eligible for some of these epic prizes. There we go. That's all you need to do. Simple rules. Before I shut my mouth up and pass the mic to someone who's going to get everyone way more hype, quick shill. Rizzo and I keep running our mouths every week. Rizzo keeps creating pretty dank cover art for the Matthew and Rizzo show. We're talking about a cool little experiment that Cam from Cent has been cooking up called Up Army. It's a platform for site coins, which is like an evolution of meme coins, which is like, I don't know, degen cubed at this point. So check that out if you're curious. So with that, I'll shut my mouth up so we can get into today's show with the Cyberbroker crew. So Rizzle, tee everything up for us, dude.
Yeah, let me get a quick mic check before I run my mouth too much. Yeah, right.
Very crispy.
All right, cool. Before I just run my mouth for a couple minutes here, let's start the portal. Let's commence portal shoving because the Cyberbrokers spot is dope, but there's a lot going on there. So I just want to make sure everyone can get in there because this is also where we're going to be taking the group shot before we head over to Nifty Island. So if someone doesn't just mind dropping if you're still in HyperFi, dropping a message in there and just saying we're headed there. Otherwise, I can do that in a minute once I'm done my spiel here. So head on over to the Cyberbrokers space. Yes, and also first order of business is sign the guest book. I'm going to try and remember to remind everyone again. I'm posting the link in Discord. It's also on the stage here at the WIP spot. I'll post it again in Discord later on before we leave HyperFi. The reason it's important for you guys to sign it before we leave HyperFi is because I need the time that y'all are going to be killing each other in Nifty Island to load up the wheel of names so we can give some dope stuff away to y'all real time. But there are further instructions and another guest book to sign once you get into the Cyberbroker spot. So don't worry, we'll make sure we walk everyone through everything so you can win all the things and get all the things. And if you're in the WIP spot and noticed, Fabiano and Patricia whipped up this awesome robot that's in the WIP parcel right now that's a giveaway for everybody who signs the WIP guest book. So no matter what, you're walking away with dope stuff. There's a lot of mechs in here. It's awesome to see that, but also get over to the Cyberbroker spot. So yes, that's my plea for y'all to sign the guest book. My other plea is post shit in our Warpcast channel. I'm gonna drop a link to it. And like I said last week, I have this degen allowance that they're giving me every day, and if I don't use it, it just goes away. So I'm using it like take selfies, take a bunch of selfies, and post them like over a few days. And I get more every day to just give out, and I'd rather give it to y'all. And honestly, it's a pain in the ass finding like cool posts all the time to give stuff away to. I'd rather just go to the WIP channel and see your cool selfies and pictures of each other and just send it y'all's way. So do that. Post stuff in our channel. Take selfies and cool pictures of mechs and things. And Cyberbrokers has a handle in Warpcast too, so tag them. Let's see what else. WIP crew, we're having a meeting next Friday. More details to come on that. Same time as the WIP. For those who can make it. If not, we'll figure something out. Let's see. Anything else? Photo op in the Hyperfi spot. I'm going to play Rizzle Game Show host at the end. Check out our link tree. There's constant updates to our YouTube channel. Paradox has got his own playlist now, and I got a 2020 playlist going over at the YouTube channel. So check out all the classic WIP stuff going on and some of the recent Paradox mashups we've been posting. If you have questions for Carter L throughout the conversation, presentation, tour, or any of the Cyberbrokers team, you can direct them at show in the chat box at SHO. If you are wondering where the hell we're talking from, we're in the general channel here in Discord. So that's where all the links will be dropped and the chat is going on. If you are confused about any of this, slide into my DMs and I'll get you a link to the guest book if you missed any of this in the meantime. But that's where everything's going on. If you are new to Hyperfi, if you double tap spacebar, you'll be able to fly. If you type in the chat bar in Hyperfi/dance, you'll be able to groove like the rest of us. Made sure the Cyberbroker spot is dance appropriate, so we can all dance our way over there as well. Yeah, Carter L threw a giant mech in the sky in the WIP spot. I think we'll leave it there for a little while. I like it smiling down upon us type of thing. Let's see. I think that's about everything. If you don't have Nifty Island client downloaded, we will be heading there towards the end for some good old-fashioned games and murder, like we've been doing week in and week out periodically. So I believe we're going to be streaming that in the Hyperfi spot at the WIP spot. So if you want to just sort of lurk and watch what's going on, you could head back on over to the WIP spot, and Dragonate, the wizard, is going to broadcast that onto the big screen, I think. Maybe. We'll try. So yes. That's about everything. Something. Last but not least, we're like Metaverse Public Broadcasting. We've been doing this is our 5th year. Just having brilliant creators and artists on here showing off their most recent stuff on the cutting edge of this weird tech that we all love. So if you like what we do and donate to the WIPmeetup.eth, it gets chopped up amongst our crew via 0x splits, so you don't even have to trust us. We're not going to rug you. If you want to donate us a ton of money and have us do something awesome for you and make you a Metaverse legend, we will love you forever. See Matt or I for details on that. And we are completely shameless. If you have stuff you would like to give to our audience loves stuff, and we do too. So give us your stuff, and we will give it out, and we will also love you for that. Shout out to the crew who makes this happen week in and week out. Foxy Yoga, Easy, Paradox Show, Dragonate, Conwolf the Stowaway, Brookhawk the Chef, Fabiano, Patrizia, Fractilians, Johan, Pat, Ziggy, Matt, Metageist. Thank you all so much, and a big-ass audience turning out for this one. I'm going to drop one more link to the guest book in the chat here, just in case anyone missed that while they're transitioning worlds. I'm going to also drop a link into the WIP spot on Cyber and shove this fly that's spinning around over the Cyberbroker spot. And I think we're good to go. So if I can pass the mic over to Carter L while I'm doing a couple last-minute logistics things, we can get this show on the road.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Show's saying something about a guest book in the chat.
Yes, I just dropped the link in the general channel. So okay, cool. We should be good to go. And if anyone has any questions, just shoot me a DM. We'll make sure you're on it. Let's sign it.
My name is Mike, Carl, Carterell, the Fizzy, and probably 60 other names. But any of those work. I am community manager for Paradigm Lost and Cyberbrokers. And I'm also just going to share screen in here as well, because I know everyone's not going to be able to get into the same instance in Hyperfi. So if people can't get into that instance, just follow along by watching my screen here. I want to go over the giveaways first, the most exciting part. So there are some Paradigm Found fast codes for our game that we'll be giving away, and anyone can get access to those. That'll come up when we get into the third room. There are 5 Cyberbroker hats up for grabs, and the WIP team will draw those randomly from the guest book. So make sure to sign up for the guest book. And then the big item is a Genesis mech. I picked this especially for you all, Dubs from Dope. I love that name. And it's a Ravager mech. You can see it up there. Not only does it look good, but it's going to help you out in the game as well. So to qualify for that, make sure to sign up for the WIP guest book. The links have been circulated here. And also sign up for a Paradigm Found account, both with the same wallet. If there's any questions on that, tag show. Okay, so with that, what we have here, you're seeing a world that was created for our version beta missions last summer. This world is called Inkwell. It was actually created by Mike, who many of you know. We contracted with him to create this awesome space. You notice the globes in the top rotate, which is pretty cool. And actually, let me quickly get rid of that. Okay. So we've got 3 rooms here. They kind of go through each section of Cyberbrokers, and I want to stop back over here to this because some people may have missed. We have a parent company name called Paradigm Lost now, and Paradigm Lost contains the following brands: Cyberbrokers, which you already knew, Genesis Mechs, well, that we're going to talk a little bit more about today, Paradigm Found, the game that is now in public beta, and Drifters, which will be coming soon and is one of the things that characters in the game need to figure out how to unlock. So we'll talk about all of these as we walk through the rooms. There's kind of a room for each, and it's here for later if you want. You can go, explore at your leisure. So let me come back out. We'll do a very brief moment in the Cyberbrokers room, but most of you people are very familiar with Cyberbrokers. It's a collection of 10,001 NFTs. They're all SVG. They're all layered. They're all on chain. We spent a significant amount. If you come over to this side, you can see the on chain part. And there's all sorts of details about how they were put on chain, different terms for on chain, and then of course the where we spent. I can't find it here. Well, anyhow, there's somewhere on this wall. There it is. March 13th, 2022, over 2,000 contracts were deployed to put Cyberbrokers on chain, and 91 ETH was spent at 3.1 million gas. There's about 13.2 megabytes of data stored on the Ethereum blockchain, and Cyberbrokers will exist there as long as Ethereum exists. So that was one of the key things about Cyberbrokers, was putting that level of complicated art and data on the Ethereum blockchain. If you want to look around the room later, you can see all the different classes of Cyberbrokers. There are 51 different talents that are broken into 6 different classes. Okay, and you can see them all here. If you go up top, let's see if I can remember how to fly here. Oh, there's someone we know. Hello, Cyb. Up top, there's a plaque for each talent that describes that talent and gives some more information about it, plus an example of the broker. And then you also see pixel brokers around that. So each Cyberbroker gets an associated pixel broker. And then lastly, of course, we cannot leave the Cyberbroker room without talking about Asherah, the one of one, the source of all things that exist in Paradigm Lost. And she'll have more of a role as we expand the lore as we move forward in the game. So if there are any questions about Cyberbrokers, now is the time. Otherwise, I will move along. Show, was there anything you saw? Love looking at all these avatars in here. I want to take a screenshot. Haha, Jackson, can I have a Cyberbrokers, please? They're at a great price. Go buy one. Okay, I am going to move along. I want to move into the mech room, so if you all follow me, right across from the entrance is the mech room. And the first thing I want everyone to do is, you see on the walls, there are 5 models of mechs. Go click a picture and equip one. I want to see what everyone picks for a mech. And while we're doing that, I need to get... I'll talk about this first. So not a lot of people understand the details of mechs, so I wanted to quickly talk about them. So first of all, they're 3D assets. So you get VRMs and GLBs, 1K all the way to 4K resolution, so they can be used for not only avatars like you're seeing here in the game, but you can actually do full-on AAA animation with them. And you've seen some examples from us already about that. There's 5 models, 50 styles, 6 different parts, 38 afterglow choices that create 17.5 billion combinations. So you could make a very unique mech. We support all the major Metaverse worlds, as well as text to use them, so you can easily pop them into Blender, throw a Mixamo animation at them, and off you go. I want to do a little experience with our builder here first, but oh, look at that. Yep, someone found the sword already. I can hear the noise. Let me turn that noise off quick. Okay, the other thing you're going to want to come do after you equip a mech, you're going to want to come look, and we've got 3 example mech mods here. So they're back pieces, and let's see, what are the names of these? Deep Sea Driftstone is the gem-looking thing on the left. Sewer Spewer is the backpack with sludge in it. And then Timeless Wisdom is the angel wings. So go click on one of those and put them on. See, oh yeah, look at that. That's an awesome picture. So mech mods are coming in the future as well. And those are all 3D assets as well that you'll be able to deck your mech out with. They will also have value in the game. Or I should say benefit. They'll have benefit in the game. So each mech mod will help you do something in addition to your mech. I want to pull up. Let's go. Okay. So I need to Okay. Is this showing in game? Nope, that didn't work. Let's try that again.
What should we be looking for to see if something's autoplay?
Yeah, I'm trying to. There's a screen that just showed up.
Yeah, the Snapshack.
Yeah, in world, I'm trying to make that a live presentation. Maybe I have to stop sharing in here to share there.
Maybe try that.
Yeah, let me drop here for a minute. It's weird. It's not showing.
Are you able to show it in the live video stream in Discord? That could be a good.
Yeah, I'll just do it there.
Sweet.
The fun of Metaverse stuff, right?
We're breaking something at least.
I have a strong feeling we're going to break more today once I turn PvP on in here.
Hyperfire is starting to get shaky. We're getting there.
Yeah. Okay, let me try one more time here. Nothing. Okay. Okay, we're back to normal sharing. Sorry about that. Glitch number 1 of the day. Okay, back to me sharing in Discord here. So Snapchat is our tool where you can create your mechs. And I want to show everyone there's a trial mode so you can get access to all of the different mech styles. Okay. So I'm going to load this up here and you can see, you can, filter. So it's totally like Legos. You just pick the pieces you want. I'm going to put this type of head. I'll pick a different type of body. I'll put some varying arms on it. Okay, I'll throw some legs in there. Oh, let me pick different. That's leg and legs.
It looks like you're showing the Hyperfy feed. If you're clicking things and changing things, you may not be showing us what you think you may be showing us.
Oh, okay. That's not good. Let me try that again.
There we go.
All right. Sorry about that. So let's start over. I'm going to click start over. So this is Snapchat. If you own mech parts, you can assemble them here, but we're just going to go into the trial mode. Okay, and if people want to follow along, they can try it here. So this is like Legos. So you basically just pick different parts. You can mix and match anything. It's pretty cool to get what we call Franken-mechs. So mechs that are made up of various different pieces. Do that. Put an engine in it. Okay, and then the afterglow changes the slight coloring. You can kind of like look at it, move it around. And then each individual piece, or part, I should say, you can change the color for. So if I want to change this, let's do a yellow so you can actually see it. Okay, and I can apply that to all parts. So very customizable. A lot of people have VRMs. This is more of a VRM pipeline because you can, once you mint this mech, you can come back later and paint it, repaint it, without any gas fees. You could take all the entire mech and disassemble it back into the parts, change a part or two, reassemble it. It's completely customizable based upon what you want. I should note for the game, over here on the right, you will see stats. Okay, these stats will come into play in the game. Like we've already seen that speed affects travel time in the game. And I'll come back to that in a minute because it won't make sense until we talk about the game. So what I wanted to finish with here, I wanted to come back into Hyperfy, and I wanted to go over this wall. And this is a really bad diagram, but it shows the amazing versatility of mechs. You know, the red lines represent buy points. So you go on OpenSea today, you could just buy a mech, use it, you're done. As you see here in Hyperfy, you know, as long as you own the NFT, it'll show up and you can use it. Point and click, simple. Okay. If you want to get more involved, you could disassemble that mech into its parts, you know, buy or sell different parts, and then reassemble it into a new mech. Okay. If you want to go even further, there are still some TPL mecha parts around. And these were the original things that were dropped actually 2 years ago during the quests. And these don't have specific styles. You reveal them and you get random amounts of, or you get random styles from them. So it's a little bit way to like gamble a little bit on, you know, what type of parts you get. Okay, I've talked too much. Show. Are there any questions that I didn't see coming through here?
Hey fam, how's my audio? My 2x2, 5x5, what's up?
10x10.
Awesome. All right. Oh my God. I've been like going nuts. First off, hey fam, let me just say that my apologies about the guest book. One of the WIP crew members got so excited about receiving a mech that he sabotaged the whole thing, deleted it all just so his name could be the only name that was there to receive that mech. But it's all been fixed. It's unrugged. The rug is out. So please please sign a guest sheet. Fill it out. Everything's fillable. Everything is there. Click on that link that Rizzle shared. Thank you so much. You really want a mech? Trust me, you really want a mech. Okay, that being said, also, yo, Mike, let me just say, I always knew that your name was Mike. I just called you Carl because it was hilarious. and I just want to keep it going. I'm just really happy to see all of the brokers in here and Cyberbrokers in here in general. If you haven't noticed, I'm super bullish, and I truly support the team and the multiple projects and all the things and the lore. I'm super heavy on lore. I'll get into that later. But first off, I just want to say that the real way to show support towards a project is to put a lot of time in. I think your time is everything in Web3. So you can say a lot, you can talk a lot of shit, you can compliment people to death, but it's empty, it means nothing. The only way to really show that you support people is through time. So I'm pretty sure that the team saw where I'm at right now on the leaderboard for Paradigm Found. So if you don't believe what I'm saying right now, if you think I'm full of shit, look at where I'm at on the leaderboard. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, you probably see it later on. You should create an account and join Paradigm Found and get into the mix, because the moss must flow. Get your moss. If you don't know what that's about, you will soon. Anyway, all right. So first question from Rizzle. The first question from Rizzle was, trying to find it. Oh, where was this? Sorry about that.
Thanks to the love, man. I was having the same problem. Things were going by so fast, I couldn't keep up while I was talking.
No problem. I just wasn't tagged in it. All right. So, okay. Rizzle would like to know that if CB is still one of the largest on-chain projects you recently made a transition into being on chain. Is that correct?
I believe it is. Ben H, I don't know if you can comment further, but I don't believe anyone's surpassed the number of contracts or the size in megabytes
Yeah, I'm
for a
not
single collection.
sure. Maybe on Bitcoin, somebody like just dumped the printing stuff, but Ethereum, I have not.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure Bitcoin ordinals because the 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 runestone came in at what 5.3 meg or something like that, and set a new record for the size of an ordinal, and that's still only half of what is on Ethereum for Cyberbrokers.
That's amazing. I want to dive actually a little bit deeper. I know you're about to get into Paradigm Found. I have so many questions since I feel like I have just been studying so much lore over the past couple of weeks, and also I've been tinkering, touching all the things in Paradigm Found. One word, I guess a one word question. Poker? Poker's going to be on the table, is that right?
I believe I saw that somewhere. I can't say when, but yeah, I believe there will be games like that in Paradigm Found. Yes.
There'll also be a massive mech battle arena too. Is that correct?
Yep, there will be Mech Olympics, and that will come in many different categories over time. Yeah, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but yes, the expansion of the game is significant. You know, the team, the current public beta, which was just a month ago, I think, you know, was the simple step one. Now there's, you know, every week or two there's updates with features and bug fixes and quality of life enhancements, and that will be ongoing, and we'll show you more of the roadmap of where things will go in the next room. Yeah, there we go. Forge knows it's on Chris Memnock's mind map, so where it'll come out, I'm not sure.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, we have a question from Easy. He would like to know. Oh, will there be any more lore parties like you've hosted previously?
Yeah, we should get back into that now that you know, the game is here, and the lore's kind of coming in a different version now. So it started in the beginning with sequential chapters, and I can't remember how many, but I think there was 15 or 16 chapters to the first series of lore. Last year with missions, it moved into stories, so the stories were independent. Um, Now you're going to see them moving into a little bit smaller bits in the missions. So as you play the game, you kind of get drip fed the lore in sequence as you progress. So as you like find a new mission for the first time, you might like discover a new piece of lore that you didn't know before. So I think the lore parties will probably, it'll be a good idea to have one as Drifters gets closer, because there's going to be a lot of lore along with that, and we can like catch everyone up at once. But that's a great idea.
Yeah, seriously, you can't have enough lore. I'm 100% deep in the lore. I've been binging everything on Spotify, trying to catch up. So please, as much lore as possible. But yeah, there'll probably be more questions, so you can just keep doing your thing, and I'll chime back in later.
Paradox, do you want to do a Photoshop or photo shoot here?
Sure can. Should we get the theme tune rolling? Let's do that.
While
Sorry,
everyone's
mate.
still in mechs and yeah, while everyone's still in mechs.
Go Dragon 8.
Get rid of this. And actually, you know what I'll do? I'll turn on PvP while we're waiting.
Whilst we are waiting, now let's look. So there's 2 rooms here. You want to use the backdrop of in the second. Oh, I see. You've turned off the posters. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's get this on the road. So if you've not been listening, I'm Paradox. I'm the resident WIP videographer. This is the point of the show where we take a group photo. So if you are new to the WIP, I edit together a recap video of these events every single week, and you can catch them. They go out on Rizzle's Twitter. So, okay, let's do this thing. Let me check I'm recording. That's probably a good start. There were a backdrop photos. Cartel, have they disappeared in PvP mode?
Yeah, I ditched the screenshot, so you can line people up like maybe in front of where I am over here by the mech mods.
Okay, right. So yeah, if you see on the wall, there's like a gun image, which is awesome, like a bazooka, Genesis mech mods. So let's line up all roughly there. Okay, let's see if there's any stragglers. Any more for any more? We're gonna get this on the road. Okay, 10 more seconds for people to get in place. Spread out just a little bit more. So there we go, that's perfect. Okay, we're not going to go for any music this week. I'm just going to slow. So you can't see me, I'm invisible because I'm in the camera P mode. But rest assured, I am recording and doing a nice little flyby. There we go. I think we've lost Dragonite today. Okay, doing a nice side scroll shot.
What do you mean you lost me?
Cool. I didn't prep Dragonite with any music. Sorry. Okay.
How
cool.
dare you?
Right, I'm just gonna get. Okay, right. So what I want everyone to do is, if you're flying, land for me, and then we're gonna do some bouncies. Okay, bounce, 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 bounce. If you can, there we go. That's what we want. And we're gonna get a nice zooming out shot, and then a zooming in shot. Beautiful. And then I will get some footage of y'all fighting if that works, but I'll hand you back over to Qatar. Cool. Cheers, guys. Until next week. Paradox out.
Thanks, Paradox. Okay, if you go click on the sword now, right behind where we're all standing, you should get a little health meter above your head, and then you can feel free to kill each other. I'll kill Merc here, and then I'll continue talking while you all...
I'm super blind. Where is the sword?
It is right over here, where everyone's gathering. Do you see where Nexus is on the wall?
Got it, yeah. The equip thing just popped up.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
Wow, I'm impressed. Hyperfy's doing pretty good today. Okay, I'm going to keep talking. Oh, I got killed. So while you're fighting...
After folks get a little murder out of their system, next step, jump into Nifty Island.
Third
For
world.
murder?
Talk game quick, and then we'll hop into Nifty Island quick.
Cool.
Yeah,
I say let people murder people, and then talk.
Yeah,
and then we
I'll
can
talk
get
while
over
they're
there.
murdering people.
Perfect.
Once you're done murdering people, come into the third room. This is Paradigm Found. Our new game went public beta about a month ago, and it's a freaking blast to play, as Show has mentioned. Show is clearly all in. And I want to talk first, this first screen right up here, is where we are today. And so rather than waiting years, to create a game and launch it, we got the basics together of a core loop that is fun, and we launched it, and we'll be adding to it over time. And that way, it's in players' hands, which is exactly where we want it to be. So what you see today, keep in mind there's always new stuff coming. Okay, and what is coming, you can kind of look at the vision here. Okay, so right now it's single player, but in the future it'll be multiplayer. Right now, all the missions are within our game, but over time, we're going to open that up so that you could potentially go somewhere else, get information, and complete a mission and get credit for it in the game. There'll be battling. That'll be player versus player within the game. That'll be Mech Olympics and other things. Um, Crafting. One of the key parts of the game is collecting resources and gear. Like any good game, you need to equip your character properly so it performs well. So currently, you can craft or buy items, but in the future, we'll be expanding that. So there's advanced crafting, and maybe on a mission, you could um, find a special blueprint that no one else has that would allow you to craft something that no one else has. Um, and in addition, you'll be able to update your assets. Josie has said that drifters are 3D, so I can state that without feeling like I'm leaking anything. Um, but the whole goal of the game right now is for players to advance the storyline to unlock the drifters. Our storyline is all about the fact that our drifters, the in real people or in real life people, are locked out of the metaverse, and we need to figure out how to get them back into the metaverse. And I'll show you zeros in a minute, but zeros kind of lead to drifters. Um, there's customizable avatars, drifters maybe. There will be real estate, but not in the land sale like you think. And then there will be commerce. So you'll be able to, your character will be able to open its own business and sell products or services, as well as be able to buy, sell, or trade. So that's the vision board. Um, how we get to each of those is a little dependent upon where our players like something. So those will be varied as far as how they come out. There's more information here about each of those. Okay. Um, and then mech mods will obviously come into play as well. So this is a free-to-play game. We should start there. Anyone with an email address can create an account and play. It works on web and mobile. Mobile support will be getting better over time. So the idea is easy entry point for anyone to join our ecosystem and start enjoying our lore and imagery, as well as the gameplay. Then if they want, they can upgrade, with a mech. Equipping a mech in the game will give, benefits. Equipping a cyberbroker in the game will have different advanced gameplay, and then other things over time. I want to stop there. This is some imagery from the game. I just kind of pulled out, the worlds. As you would expect with cyberbrokers, the artwork is just stunning. And rather than trying to screen share there, I am just going to do this. Let's see if that works. Okay. So I am screen sharing, or in Discord, I'm screen sharing the game. Okay. And I'm going to start with the worlds. So the places you can explore are already rich. So there are currently 3 worlds: Dreamlands, Tombstone, and Iranovum. And each one of those worlds has different regions. So if I look, there's different regions here. I can go into a specific region and I can look around. And the first thing you do is missions. Okay. So if I look at my bracer in the lower right, okay, I can see, what block time it is, some stats on my character. But just like in the storyline, I click my bracer and it comes up and shows me information about myself. Okay. So, I've got what equipment I've currently got. Uh, I've got what gear I've currently got equipped. I want to say equipment equipped. I've got an NFT, that's equipped here in my mech. Okay. I've got a storage bay where I can, store other information on me. And then I can start looking at, there's chat. Each room has the ability to chat to others. So you can have just conversations right in the game here. Okay. I've got stats. My character has levels and, different abilities, and I can advance them by going through missions. And so I wanted to show quickly, let's see, where am I supposed to go here? I was into the Dreamweaver. I got to go to the Dread Gatekeeper. Okay, so I read the mission log. It tells me where I need to go. I go find that in the world. I have to travel. So I'm going to slow travel, but I've got a mech, so it's pretty quick. This is, by the way, I'm playing as a 0. This is the free character that everyone gets when they start the game. It is the beginning of a drifter. Remember, the drifters are locked out. So the 0 is kind of the in-between state that drifters are in right now. So I travel to the new world. Yeah, look at the imagery. Freaking beautiful, right? Okay. And I'm going to go on a mission. So I can do the missions at different levels. I, pick a mission. And here's where the lore starts coming in. Okay. So I can start reading the story. And as I read the story, it's giving me choices. So I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there's some game strategy here about leveling up. So I pick a choice, and I should know I'm at expert level. So let me do this. Let me give a more realistic version. Oh no. Hey, Cyb, there's that onboarding thing. Okay. Do I have to go through all this? Apparently, yes. Okay, we're just going to reload. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So I'm going to do this at a more reasonable level. There we go. So I'm going to do untrained. Okay, so I go on a mission, and it's going to take some time while that mission is occurring. I could fast code it and go quicker, or I can just switch characters and go do something else. So for those who have, easy in crypto, just reload the page. It'll get rid of it. So I can switch characters here, okay, and I can go do something else. We're all having fun at Moss. Oh, there's perfect. So the mission completed, and I got a reward. I got experience for doing the mission. I got fast codes that will help me, do things faster, and I got loot. Okay, so I claim it, and then I keep going through the missions, and it tells the story. I'll stop there. We've all been having a lot of fun with Moss. Moss is something that occurs 3 times a day, and actually it's coming up in about 10 minutes here. So if you go to Cascade Caverns in our lore, these stalagmites, tights, I never forget which, at a certain time of the day will glow. Okay, and if you get here early enough, you can click on them and you can actually collect moss. It's close to 4:20. I think it's just 4 o'clock though. Very, very close to 4:20 broke out. So you collect it, and let me see if I have any moss. Let me go back. Go to the bazaar. Oh yeah, and you can you can get fast codes. You mine fast codes every 25 blocks, so you can get them here as well. There we go, moss. So moss is what everyone's playing with right now. I'm going to send it to my bracer to take a look. Look at all this cool freaking gear. Let me pick a cool piece of gear here. Oh, my favorite, the tinfoil white hat. Okay, so I'm going to go look at this equipment. So moss is really cool because when PvP comes up, and PvP is next up as far as a major feature, you'll be able to battle each other, right? But as you battle each other, you're taking points away from the other character. Well, moss helps you regenerate while that's happening, so it may save you. So that's why we're all collecting moss right now. And then you can see some of this equipment, so this is the tinfoil white hat. It helps out this particular ability. There's more details we can go through here, but too complicated for right now. I am going to stop there because I am at babbling point. I want to come back to here. Okay.
Hey, Carl, can I, Carl, you're officially Carl now, man, at least in the
Yeah, that's
context of
fine.
is it possible to shove people over to Nifty Island and get things rolling over there while you continue to tell us about this, and we can at least get some people playing the game over there and checking it out and goofing around while we wrap this part, just in the essence of time. And I also want to make sure I drop the guest book link one more time so that I can compile the winner, the wheel of names for the winners at the end here. So I just want to drop that in and start shoving people in that direction so we can make sure we do all the things in here.
Yep, absolutely. You should TikTok motherfucker me because I'm talking too much.
TikTok, motherfucker.
Perfect. Yeah, everyone go to Mech Island. Everything we need is duplicated in there. So I'll actually screen share Mech Island. Okay, is this screen share working? I love that. I love that. I keep attributing it to show. My apologies, Dragonate. I know it's you. Okay, so let's talk about fast codes. You can see the fast code ticket here, and on the fast code ticket is a tiny URL, tinyurl.com WIP fast codes. So if you use that, it will take you to the game, and it will give you 200 fast codes per character. So make sure to use that. That cuts off Saturday at noon. So Easy in Crypto, did you hear that? Saturday at noon. Okay, for here, I just really wanted to show this is a great place. It's one of the few places where we've been able to get all 50 styles of mechs in one place. So you can kind of, walk around and view all the mechs. We've got a great example of Franken-mechs that community has created. Rouston has a great one here. I love this, named Maverick. It's kind of got a little comic vibe with the Lone Star head like a gunslinger, and then the huge arms and skinny legs. Okay, we could go right into game, Dragonate, if that works for you.
Sure.
Okay. Who created the WIP Island with the blocks? You know what I'm talking about?
Not sure.
That
I
was
believe that
Paradox.
was Paradox, maybe.
Yeah, the tower paradox. Yep, yep,
that
yep.
was Paradox.
Okay, so paradox. I totally ripped off this idea, and I apologize. But I remember you did a level that was supposed to be just blocks as ammo. Um, but unfortunately, I think like the default gun was actually a gun. So instead of the intended effect of just using blocks, people ended up killing each other and stopped using blocks. So I've created a game back to where you were going that is just blocks. So all you can do is throw blocks at each other, and we're gonna see what ends up happening is you kind of have to like rise out of the blocks by like creating stacks and keeping on top of them, so that you don't fall down and get stuck in the blocks. Um, and let's see if we can break Nifty Island with a number of blocks that get dropped. So let's see, how many people do we have in here? So full credit to Paradox for this one. Okay, we've got 12. Let's just start one and see what happens. Okay, so I've started the lobby, hit F or hit Y, sorry, hit U. No, how do you join? Oh, I can't see how you join.
You hit Y to
It's
join.
Ah, it was just start for me. Okay, there we go. Okay, Rizzle, Brocock, get in there. Okay, Brocock, waiting on you. Three, two, one. Off we go. Now, it's only blocks, so you're going to need to get up and off of the ground really quick. Otherwise, you're going to get freaking buried. Oh, no. I want to see how many. Do you think this would? Oh, no. See, now here's the problem. I'm getting stuck in a container. Do you think there's an actual limit that they would have for how many bricks or blocks? Oh my God, this is insane. I put ammo way up high, so you don't always have to go down to get it. Holy cow, who got all the way up there? Okay, so here's the problem. What do you do when you're out of ammo?
It seems like the initial block will do some damage, but then you can't kill anyone with the boxes.
Yeah, the best you could do is like trap someone, I think. So like, yeah, here's a good example. Let's try this out. I am going to walk into this container. Oh, maybe I'm not. There we go. I see.
While we're murdering each other in here, Show, are there any last minute questions that we want to relay to Carl as we continue to build this box fortress? We're Show in the middle of a box.
He's too busy killing someone.
He's restarting his computer, I think.
Oh no. Interesting.
He's getting down to the CPU, but I think that means they restarted the computer.
So Nifty, we broke Nifty Island, but not Hyperfy. I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, lately it's been the reverse. Dragonate, you want to do like 2 minutes of killing music until show reboots, and then we can do some questions.
Nifty
And
Time, he's a legend in the scene. Yeah, yeah. Creatively, always living the JK to the WIP Meetup. He's got the art game on the move. Can't be beat, can't be duped. Solid do, yeah. Street points flowing, cryptos in his veins. He's taking over, can't deny the insane. Collecting knowledge worth a fortune and some. He's got the eye. He's always on the top, never under. Nifty Time, he's a solid dude. In the crypto world, he's got the right attitude. Legendary collector, making moves every day. Nifty Time, as they say, he's here to slay. Nifty Time, he's a legend in the scene. Yeah, yeah. Creatively, always living the JK to the WIP Meetup. He's got the art game on the move. Can't be beat, can't be duped. Solid do, yeah. Street points flowing, cryptos in his veins. He's taking over, can't deny the insane. Collecting knowledge worth a fortune and some. He's got the eye. He's always on the top, never under. Nifty Time, he's a solid dude. In the crypto world, he's got the right attitude. Legendary collector, making moves every day. Nifty Time, as they say, he's here to slay. Nifty Time, he's a legend in the scene. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, thank you, Dragonate. There's a lot of the Whip crew who's been messing around with the AI song generator. We can keep the killing going for a few minutes, but now that Show is back in action, I want to throw the mic over to him for any questions that have rolled in as we were wrapping up, and we'll wrap this thing up here.
Sweet. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, y'all. Can you hear me?
There he is. Yes, we got you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I logged into Nifty Island and then my audio cut out. Everything's going like weird right now. Anyway, all right. So we have a question from Brookhawk. He would like to know: are there any benefits or perks in the game, meaning Paradigm Found, if you have a cyberbroker?
Yes. The first thing that happens is that your stats from your cyberbroker start you out with level ups. So specific cyberbrokers, will do better than others, and all cyberbrokers will do better than a 0, which is the free version of the character. So that's the first thing that has been announced. I can't really state anything else until it's out, but cyberbrokers will definitely have enhanced gameplay is the proper terms. The same with mechs. And you can equip mechs on 0s as well as cyberbrokers. So mechs are kind of a great midway point between a free player and a cyberbroker owner. Mechs are an easy entry point. Chris Memnock kind of pitches it this way, that picture a world where cyberbrokers are rock stars, because there's only 10,000 of them, but there's so many other people playing that they won't want to get rid of their cyberbrokers. And where we are now, we're in the public beta. Once we get a few more features, get mobile cranked down and working well, we're going to move into a public launch, which will be the full marketing push, and trying to draw those new players in. That was a really long answer. Sorry.
No, that was fine. We have another question from Merc. Yo, shout out to Merc. He's fishing for Alpha here. He heard that there was an incident in staging earlier today in Paradigm Found involving rats. Is there anything to worry about, or should we all make sure that we're caught up on our shots?
I would state that tomorrow is going to be a fun day. So make sure you check in to our Discord and the Paradigm Found tomorrow. You may be able to help with the rat issue.
We have, let's see. Oh, okay. So sprites. So I mean, not sprites. Pixel Brokers. The Pixel Broker animated icons just showed up last week. Will there be any form of 2D sprite-like pixel animations added to the scenes that are already in world? So let's say, for example, you have at the bazaar, you have like the trippy shop, you have some other things. They're already kind of highlighted. Will that be kind of added as like a feature or something?
I would state that Pixel Brokers will definitely have, how can I say this properly? You will see them in the future, because in the way the tech was integrated, the sprite sheets are being used directly, so that allows animation right on the screen. Josie, I kind of saw you on mic. I don't know if you want to say anything about that.
Oh, I was just going to say that, yeah, Pixel Brokers are obviously used right now in the travel scenes, and they'll be used a little bit more in the Bracer. But eventually the goal and hope is that people can actually interact with each other with their Pixel Brokers. One of the first implementations of that, I'm not promising at what point, because the devs probably want to punch me because we have a million features to launch before that, but it's almost like an overlay on your screen where people, when you log in, your Pixel Broker, either your zero or your Pixel Zero or your Pixel Broker pops up. And instead of like doing the /here command, you can see everyone on the screen of where they're located within the game. And you can chat with each other there. And it's like almost like those old school games where you're all sort of like meeting in the town circle and you see everyone's avatar and you're talking to each other. That vibe for sure. And then we'll also do other mini games and things like that in the future. But excited to at least get the hookup for all of their sprite sheets in game now.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned about effects. We will be adding special effects. The timeline for that isn't defined yet, but yes, that is planned.
That's awesome. And lastly, so I've been poring over the guide and all the updates. I just try to keep it all together in my head just to stay, in the mix and like keeping my finger on the pulse, I guess, right? So in regards to the shops, Mike mentioned previously, though, that real estate isn't going to work the way that we think. But in terms of shops, though, I noticed something. I'm not sure if this is correct or not. We're purchasing the shops themselves. Is that it? As like like an entity, not really like a space. Is that correct? I wouldn't say an NFT version of a shop that's in like kind of, I guess, put into a world. Is that?
I would state that what has been publicly announced is that you, as a character, may have the ability to open a shop. That shop might be to sell items or to offer services. How that occurs hasn't been stated. Memnock,
Yeah.
you can feel free to clear me up on that if you want.
Yeah, no. You're absolutely right. What's a good high level for it? So it's basically that the interaction paradigm with our game is different than with a traditional MMO. It's more like a choose your own adventure board game kind of interaction model. And so we need to make sure that we are taking that into account when we create things like player owned shops. This is why owning land isn't going to work like you think it is, but it'll still be a thing, right? So I've got a whole bunch of designs set to the side that we're going to tackle. It's just not time to tackle it yet. But like Mike said, the overview is that players will be able to have your own shop where you can craft your own items and brand your own items and sell those items. And those items will have everything from utility to just cosmetic appeal across the spectrum that other players can buy from you.
And then I think the other side is services. So Mech Olympics, you might mess up your mech. It might need to get repaired, right? So you might need to take it to someone to repair it. Things like that. I'm not sure that helped answer your question, Joe.
Oh yeah, it did. I'm just trying not to like ask any like alpha like questions that'll force you to like curve the question, you know.
No, go ahead and ask alpha questions. I am absolutely comfortable saying I can't tell you that. and largely it's I can't tell you these kind of things because I don't want to promise something and then when we start working through the designs and doing like paper testing and things like this and it's like, oh, that ended up being crap. We don't want to do that. And we're going to do it over here and do it this way. So it's more about the intent than the actual execution at this point on a lot of these like heavy alpha things.
Oh no, that's understandable. Lastly, this is a question for the entire team. This is less about alpha, more about your intent in regards to you interacting with the product and how you're pushing it to the rest of Web3 as a whole.
Voiceover off.
How would you like to? How would you like the rest of Web3 or people who are not within the metaverse, maybe in the meat space too? How would you like everyone to interact with Paradigm Found as a product? What's your ideal? What do you want them to do with this? Because me personally, I already know what I want to do, but I'm curious what your vision is and how you see this from your perspective and what you want people to do.
Yeah, I have a pretty nuanced perspective on virtual worlds in general. So my ideal vision is that this is sort of how in art you have mixed media art where it's you can have paper mache on top of like paint and then it's all stuck inside of some kind of clay pot. Like you can kind of mix all this stuff. That's the kind of world I want to create with us. And I want there to be lots of room for UGC, user generated content, so people can create their own stuff and just shove it in here. And everything is kind of kitschy and pastiche and mashed together in this big thing where we effectively give folks a set of rules underneath the covers that everything abides by so that all these pieces can interact with each other. And it's not just a cosmetic thing, right? Like where you just change a skin and it doesn't actually affect gameplay or anything like that. I want these pieces to all come together and affect gameplay. That's my goal. And so in order to do that, I need to specifically the piece that I'm working on is to make sure that we have a rules framework that we can just snap all these things together into. Did that make any sense at all?
Yeah, it does. I'm just sitting here shocked. So that's it from me.
I think to wrap that part up, it's not any one thing. What you're seeing right now is missions. So we're all kind of like grinding to get gear, and over time you'll have the ability to do different things. So missions may not be your thing. Maybe you want to be a vendor, or maybe you want to compete in Mech Olympics. So it's kind of got a little bit of something for everyone over time, I think is kind of where Chris was going. Okay, let's wrap this up. If you have any questions, stop in our Discord. Happy to help people out. We all gather 3 times a day usually for Moss, so there's always someone around. Use that link, the tiny URL link, to get some fast codes. Make sure you sign the WIP guest book and create an account with the same wallet, and you could win a mech. And Rizzle, I think back to you for some drawings.
Yo, Carl, thank you so much for coming out for the presentation and being a good sport of us renaming you Carl officially in this context, and also to the Josie and the whole Cyberbrokers team for rolling deep and turning us all into mechs today. There were a bunch of great shots rolling in earlier. Yes, we've got five hats, I believe, to give away, some Cyberbrokers swag. So everyone who signed the guest book and followed protocol is on the wheel here. And so we're going to rapid fire. I'm going to play Rizzle game show host, and we're going to rapid fire spin this wheel here and see who walks away with some hats. I don't know. Y'all ready to roll? If you click on my name in Discord, I'm going to screen share it. So y'all know I'm not rugging you. I don't know. There's probably a few people on the list that probably shouldn't officially win, but we'll see what happens. We'll just spin the thing. All right, 5 winners. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. If it spins. All right, here we go. Ready? Jesus. Dragon 8. I don't even know how.
Finally first.
All right, next. Let's see. This is what I was saying. Josie, congratulations. You won a hat.
Can you just roll again for that one?
Yes,
but I love
course.
that. Yeah.
Yes. But thank you so much for putting all the stuff up. I'm going to send this one back as well. I came away from NYC with a really dope hoodie that I was actually wearing earlier today, but I got warm and appreciated so much. The Cyberbroker swag is legit. So I'm going to remove myself from this one because I'm already the proud owner of some dope swag. And Hugh Views, I believe, does not, or at least I didn't meet them in NYC. So congratulations, Hugh Views, who's always coming out to the WIP. Yo, Matt or someone from the WIP crew, if someone doesn't mind just keeping track of these winners for me on the side.
I'm jotting it down. We're good.
Who, by the way, has made some incredible Cyberbrokers art, just saying.
Dude, seriously, yes. Hugh Views, very talented. If you're not aware, check out their Twitter. All right, let's see. Winner number 3 is Joshi Kashi, who I'm not super familiar with. Maybe new here today. Are they in the audience? Congratulations, Joshi Kashi.
They're a
He's in New York too.
Yeah, no, we're at NFT NYC.
Awesome. Yes, congratulations, Joshi Kashi. And thanks for coming out today. Let's see, winner number 4. Hey, Fabiano. Well deserved. You gotta love it when Fabiano or Patricia win something. I mean, they're giving out NFTs to our audience every single week, as well as Dragon 8, man. Dude is such a huge support to us and everything. So we like it when the fam wins. There's a little like I don't know, something going on there, but we do this for free, and they're huge supporters of ours. So hey, as well as Bananakin, who's not part of the official crew, but might as well be a huge supporter of the WIP for so many years. Congratulations, Bananakin. Well deserving of a Cyberbrokers hat. I know is a huge fan of the project. So that is fantastic. So I think that's about everything for today. Thank you all so much for coming out. It's always fun playing game show host and giving away some stuff. Make sure you followed all the directions and do all the things, because there's still more stuff to be had that Cyberbrokers and us from the WIP crew are giving out to y'all. So I will make sure to drop that guest book link one more time, because if you missed it earlier, it's still not too late to do all that. And Johan broke it, so try again if you had trouble earlier, and blame Johan for any difficulties that you had. Thank you all again. Like I said, I'm going to throw the mic back over to Matt real quick to wrap the show, and other than that, stick around for show for the afties.
Boom, there you go. Once again, thank you. Big shout out, all the flowers to Josie and the Cyberbrokers crew for setting this all up and being so generous with the prizes. Best of luck to folks for that Genesis mech. look out for the WIP next week. WIP is swinging through, probably with a bunch of X-Copy grifters. So check that out. And with that, let's get on to the Appies, the show.
Thank you
Wait,
guys for being the most
is this
amazing
thing on?
hosts.
Wait, is this thing on? Yeah! Yeah!
It's time for the FDs.
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go! Hey fam, how's my audio? Am I 2x2, 5x5? What's the deal? I'm good. Awesome. Yeah. Sorry, Josie. Nate didn't realize that you were saying what you were saying at that point.
Oh, I said what I needed to say. I just said thanks for hosting. That's all. Thanks.
All right, it's all good. For everyone who's brand new to this aspect, this portion, this thing that's a growth, a nasty lesion at the tail end of the whip. Just do me a favor, adjust your speakers, your headphones, adjust your volume. I'm not trying to blow out your eardrums. Okay, just trust me, just believe me, because yeah, oh fucking yeah, holy shit. Holy fucking shit! I can't believe it. I can't contain it. I can't control my energy. Damn it, when I saw like a week ago or whatever that Cyberbrokers was taking over the whip, I was throwing things, I was breaking things, I was going nuts. I have not slept in days. And if you know me, you know that I'm not vocally supporting presenters. I'm not fucking supporting because I'm not trying to shill shit that I've invested time or energy or crypto into. But I like them. I genuinely fucking like them. They're amazing. They're incredible. There's so many layers. That's why I was asking a million questions. It's hard not to like them. When you've been in this space for this long and you've seen it all, you've spoken to every cliche personality in this space. You've talked to the top of the top, the motherfuckers who are like, oh yeah, the head of A16Z or this venture capitalist. Like, you know, it's like there's no type of personality that is I don't even know what I'm saying. The point is that I like these motherfuckers. I like these personalities. There's so much that they've contributed. There's so much lore and there's so much in the Cyberbrokers that I love. So I was just hyped as shit. So it sucks when like my audio's cutting out, my Bluetooth and shit and all these things, and like I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, yo, check this out. Click on my screen if you haven't already. Click on me, click on my screen, because a lot of stuff has happened in addition to what was just presented to you. All right, click on my screen, click on this because it affects you, it affects us. Shout out to everybody who's still here that hasn't left yet. Yo, Babe Backner told Rizzle the other day, she's like, oh my god, like show was scaring people, scaring all the artists, and he's like a bouncer at the door. And I'm like, that's so offensive, Babe Backner. That's so offensive. That's not, I'm not trying to scare people in this space. How are you going to shake things up? How are you going to be a part of the cutting edge if you're worried about a person adjusting their vocal tone, raising their vocal level, and speaking earnestly? I tell everyone I'm the dumbest person in the room. You can't be intimidated by the dumbest person in the room. The loudest person in the room is not always correct. The dumbest one is never correct. Don't ever be scared of people and that shit. And speaking of the loudest, dumbest person in the room, look at my screen. Look at this guy. President Biden officially signs a bill to ban TikTok. What does this have to do with Web3? What does this have to do with Cyberbrokers? If the Cyberbrokers social media marketing team, which by the way, I love them so much. They're awesome. They're amazing. They do a lot of great work. If they choose to start marketing on TikTok, if they choose to market Paradigm Found on TikTok, they can't. They can't. You know why? Because this guy doesn't like TikTok. This guy doesn't like this Web3. This guy doesn't like Paradigm Found. This guy doesn't. This guy. You see this guy's face? Do you like? There's spit flying everywhere. Just for the record, if you're wondering. Joe Biden and a lot of people don't like TikTok dances. They don't like TikTok things. They don't like innovation in this generation. They just want you to sit down with grandma and grandpa and go through Facebook Marketplace and buy things. They don't want you to use Temu. They want you to use Facebook Marketplace. It sucks, man. I don't want, like, who the fuck uses Instagram anymore? Who the hell uses Facebook? I don't want to use that shit on TikTok. How am I going to find... I was about to say something crazy. Fuck it, I'll say it anyway. That's where all the sex workers are at. What am I gonna do with my free time if you get rid of TikTok and sex workers? Is that offensive enough? No, check this out. You know what else I'm offended by? Look at this right here. Look at this screen. Shout out to you. Look at this screen. The U.S. government seeks 3 years, a 3-year prison sentence for CZ. They want to imprison CZ, ex-CEO of Binance, for 3 years. For what? For what? What did CZ do exactly? To be honest, nothing CZ did affected me. And I'm deep in this shit. I don't know if it affected you. Do any of you in the voice channel, do any of you wanna, you know, do you have an issue with, I don't think he deserves jail time. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why, in 3 years it seems so fucking arbitrary. Because you feel like in 3 years things are gonna moon and then you don't want any competition on the block? I don't understand. I don't understand. CZ to me has always been, I mean, no one's 100% transparent, you know, but in terms of being on Twitter, I always enjoyed CZ because I always felt like I knew him, kind of, like I've met him, we're cool. And he just so happens to be one of the largest holders of Bitcoin at the time, not anymore. One of the most influential Web3 Fortune 300, whatever that shit is. Like he just seems so approachable to me. Not Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried, I always felt like if I shook Sam Bankman-Fried's hand, it would be slime that would be oozing. Like just like dripping from my hand. It's one of those handshakes. You ever gave someone a handshake and it was so sweaty, like you couldn't even just you couldn't wipe it on your leg or on your back or whatever, like because it would soak and seep into wherever you wiped it, and that smell and that dampness, it's the opposite of dank. It's the opposite of it's nasty growth mold. See, CZ is the opposite of that. When I shake his hand, I feel like I'm shaking the hand of a Febreze bottle. I'm shaking the hand of something that is the opposite of moist. The crypto firm Consensus sues the SEC and asks the court to declare that Ethereum is not a security. This is big for a number of reasons. We all know that Consensus is owned by JP Morgan Chase. Joseph Lubin is the head of Consensus. We also know they have deep ties with Ethereum. I mean, hello, do your history on that connection. If you don't know, just Google Joseph Lubin and Ethereum and the history of Ethereum, and I'll tell you right there. So this, I feel, is something that is powerful, partially because JP Morgan doesn't know what the hell is going on. You know, Jamie Dimon hates crypto for some odd reason, but yet he stands to make money off of crypto if he just dove in. It's so stupid and ridiculous. So suing the SEC for this is big because Infura is run by Consensus. Infura is an RPC. It is the thing that turns the light on and off when it comes to you doing transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. One of them. You can have your own RPC. A custom RPC is what we wish, we hope for. We don't want no third-party middleman. But the biggest middleman, Ethereum, is suing the SEC because, dude, you're fucking it up. You're fucking it up for all of us. You're fucking it up. Speaking of fucking it up, President Biden again wants to fuck things up. He's proposing a 44.6% capital gains tax, the highest in history. Before I read the rest of this, I just want you to know that 44.6 is such an arbitrary number. Where the fuck do you get 44.6%? I understand 33%. That is literally a third of 100. 44 points. Like, what kind of, like, are you, like, what? What? 44, and then, so it's like, okay, you want 44.6% of my, of capital gains. For what reason? I have no idea. And then on top of it, there's a 25% tax on unrealized gains for high net worth individuals. We don't know what a high net worth individual means. We assume from the words that they use, high, like net, so that's after gross, so that's after taxes. And then that's like net worth. You know, your net worth is what you have at, like, someone who is full of worth. And the shit is high. That's what we think from the words. But we know that they don't follow words. Their sentiment, their intention, their means is totally different than what the average individual feels like. Or what do we think they know? High net worth could be if you have $5. If you have $5 of unrealized capital gains, oh shit, you made $5? Well, we made the market so volatile and disruptive and dangerous for anyone making money. You made $5 whole dollars? We're taxing you. We're taxing you 25% on $5 whole dollars. On unrealized gain. How the fuck are you taxing anyone on shit they don't have? I don't have control over this. I did not execute. You're trying to liquidate me before liquidation. Bro, how how the fuck are you taxing me a quarter on unrealized gains, man? The market was moving. I had no control of the market moving, and you want to make money off of imaginary? Yeah, of course. The leader of the free world, the master of fiat money, which is backed by nothing but imaginary social sentiment, is gonna tax me on imaginary. Well, it's not imaginary internet fake money. That's not actually fake. Dude, do you see how ridiculous this shit is? Am I losing people? Shit, I feel like I'm losing y'all motherfuckers. You know who else lost me? You know who else lost me? Where is this shit? Where? Oh, damn it. Oh, man. Hold on. No. Hold the fuck up. You know who else? This is important. This one caught me. Shout out to all the OGs in the room. Shout out to all the OGs in the room. Can you see? You can still see this. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I'm going to zoom in real quick just so you can see this. You can read along with me because this was on point. This is on point. All right, so Voxels tweeted out, we're fixing wearable uploads and minting. Oh, okay. So shout out to Clooney. Clooney, one of the people who I guess was assisting Voxels, but which we learned who's in a secret Twitter group chat with the Voxels people, because that's what it's fucking boiled down to instead of a solid organization. Clooney said, okay, so you were asking for patience on this in the Crypto Voxels Twitter group chat. It is getting hard to be patient when we haven't been able to mint wearables for over a month and you keep working on other random stuff like changes to NFT preview in game instead of fixing this. Now, if y'all know me, I have been shared my feelings on Crypto Voxels and Ben Nolan. And this encapsulates everything I feel. And it just backs up my arguments in the court of Web3 law. You slow rugged every OG that had Crypto Voxels land, who's a part of the team, who was in the mix. Check this shit out. Voxel's response, it said, "Hey, Clooney." Oh, hey, not just hey. It's the fucking, like, the offensive little, like, don't hit me with the hey, I'll fuck you up. Hey, Clooney, yeah, I'm gonna mute you for a few weeks. Yeah, you're gonna mute Clooney for speaking the truth? You're gonna mute, why are you muting him? I worked really hard on fixing NFT preview. And having you shit over it is fucking rude, man. It's fucking rude. You see that? I'm not the only person who curses in Web3. You can't be offended by me cursing. It's 2024, all right? Shit, if you're worried about me being C-suite exec level, trust me, I'll run circles around your average CEO, all right? I just won't PC you to death. I won't curse at you because that's an HR violation. I don't need to create a toxic environment. I can refrain from cursing in the work environment, but I can still run circles around your favorite CEO if you're worried about speaking professionally, quote unquote. But I digress. Pardon me. Voxels continues to say, "Talk to you later in May. I'll work with Pierce to get minting back up. Cheers." Don't hit me with tears. We all know that in the UK, cheers is a silent fuck you. Don't hit me with cheers or heya. Okay? Talk to you later in May. You're going to mute him until May. Then you're going to work with Pierce to get minting back up. And then you're going to hit him with a cheers and a period at the end. The fuck? So then Clooney, shout out to Clooney. Clooney, he gave the little up arrow. He's like, "Hey, Pierce," and then exactly he said, laughing my ass off. "Looks like you are on your own on this one." My God, yo, people still with me, man? Am I enjoying this shit by myself? Yo, shout out to Clooney for this response, because it's like, how do you respond to this? It's like, hey, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is kind of, I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time Clooney has said, "Hey, man, what's going on with this? Can we move this along? What's the deal?" You know, so now the fact that Ben Nolan lost his shit, his unbrushed, I don't want to shit on the phone. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, yo, Pierce, man, sorry for Pierce. Wait, were there any replies? Oh yeah. Pierce is like, "Oh God, okay, I'll try to make it work. It's just hard this week. God damn it." And then Pierce passes the buck. Pierce passed the buck to Lex, and he says, "Can you do me a solid and see if you can work with Ben Nolan to get those cars wearables minted? Can you help?" Lex is like, "Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but sure, why not? Let me just do it." And then, yo, Ben, why are you responding with this emoji? This is so passive aggressive. It's like it's passive aggressive. After cursing out Clooney for no reason, and then Pierce passing the buck, and then you're gonna respond with this shit? Can you see this? And then Pierce, shout out to Pierce. Pierce is like, "Unfortunately, I had to cancel my Cinco de Mayo event with wearable cars, and it's now rising it's now risking a planned fashion show and a large event in August. August, mind you. Would it be good to understand the urgency on this fix? Thank you." I had to do the vocal fry because that's how I felt. Because even Pierce is like, wait, because I'm pretty sure Lex was like, "Hey man, yo, this shit is a bar fire. What the fuck is going on?" So Pierce is like, look, if it ain't soon, we got an event in August. Can we at least get this shit running by August? Right? Is there an urgency? Is there any urgency? And then shout out to Fabiano. Fabiano is just randomly in the mix. Oh my god. Fabiano's just watching the argument from the sidelines, like, yeah, hey man, what the fuck is going on? I'm trying to make this shit for the whip, man. Yeah, man. Fuck you, man. And then I think there was a response. I'm not sure. What was there? Oh, there was no response. Oh my god. Oh, it's just the I'm losing my voice because it's Ben Nolan, man. This is a perfect example of like when you have the gold in your hand and you fuck it up. Not all creators have the mind for business, right? In 2024, that doesn't mean that you're either a suit or a creator. You have to build up both muscles. And it doesn't necessarily have to be crunchy. Business acumen with your work doesn't necessarily have to put a crunch or add a squeeze on your creative ability. It can be fluid. The same thing for your creativity. Doesn't have to be so fucking airy-fairy that you sabotage your creation. You don't put all that time into creating something and then sabotaging yourself on a business end. There's a difference between constructive criticism, asshole opinions, and you having multiple perspectives looking at what you're producing. Adopt different perspectives and look at your thing. That's the secret. That's the thing. Don't say constructive criticism. Fuck constructive criticism. Don't. It's the same thing as saying, "Oh, this is business. It's not personal." No, all this shit is personal. Business is personal if you put your all your time into your business. It is personal. If you have competitors out there and they steal your IP, if you leak information to a potential partner about IP that you haven't created yet, and then a week later they create, they ideate, they conceptualize, and then they execute to market what you talked about when trying to negotiate a deal because they didn't sign an NDA, a conversation, a DM between friends, that's sabotage. You have to know these things. You get them hanging too. If you're hanging from the gallows, you get them hanging too first. Then you show the way that you're gonna get out the fucking gallows, get out the guillotine. Ben Nolan is like, hey, join me up here. Let's all get our necks chopped off. Let's do this. Let's die together on this hill. This infinite death spiral. Let's do it together, man. And everyone's like, no, man, no, fuck that. You're on your own. Let's do. Hey, man, I made some more loops to hang ourselves. We can make money by selling it on the market. We're gonna create islands of loops, and then we hang ourselves by selling it for lower than we purchased it for. Poor Ben Nolan, man. Poor Ben Nolan. You had it all, man. You were rolling in the deep. You know, all Adele edition. You had it all, man. I don't know what to fucking tell you, but you know what sucks too is like Jin is in his own little infinite fucking loop. Jin needs to wake the fuck up, man. Why are you trying to export all the wearables as VRMs? If that we get it. You're trying to save it. I feel like it's unnecessary, man. He made a mistake too a couple of weeks ago. Something with the coding, something. Dude, just focus on doing other things. Jin, focus on yourself. Not even focus on yourself. Just get out of the mental loop. Get out of the fucking that's just a note for all you creators. Get out of the fucking mental loop. Get out of the fucking mental loop. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to this edition of the Afties. Shout out to meme.com the leadership team at memes.com. I love you all. You know the deal. Shout out to our presenters. Your presenters are awesome. You motherfuckers know I love you and shit. You know, you're one of my big favorite 3 that I believe in. Because shit, I didn't even talk about Artifact. I didn't even talk about Artifact and Yuga. Oh, yo, thank you, Nate. My bad, Nate. Shit, god damn it. Nate is gonna kick my ass. Nate discovered that Yuga Labs is doing some economic fun weird thing or wherever. I don't know what's going on. But like instead of focusing on their community or doing things, now they're all over the place. They're the World Economic Fund, I think that was, and then Artifact has a delay, and then they want to put the onus on their community, and then it's this is why I believe in the Cyberbrokers team, even though they all left the voice channel. Somebody tell them this is why I believe in them. I believe in Parallel. I believe in WIP and Grifters. That's an awesome idea, WIP. That's an incredible collaboration. That's an amazing idea. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know I love each and every single one of you. Last but not least, WIP fam, this is for you. All this shit is for you. Where else can you get dope ass presenters? Where else can you get all of this information provided to you over time during this period of time, consistently, weekly? Where the fuck else can you get it? You don't get this on your Twitter Spaces, man. I get it. You don't get this level of detail. Much love. I'll see you later.